Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello? My mic is working. Oh, I thought for a second my mic was not working. How is everyone doing today? Good evening, everyone. Let me just make sure all my sounds are good. My sounds are good. How is everyone doing? Cameron Ray, congratulations on getting first today. I think that might be your first. Redstone Archivist, hi. Cyberbees, hello. Infinite Coder, Zen Christian, Axioma, Musical. Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you guys all over on the Twitches. And welcome in on YouTube as well, especially if you're watching back this VOD later. We're going to take a chill today. I was bringing some resources over from... Oh, Banathra. Oh, what are we naming? We've got a bunch of villagers that we can name. Probably a couple of animals as well. Somewhere. Back at my base. But yeah, we can figure out something to name. Sheep or goat, but anything works. We can do a sheep. We can do a goat. I think we can pop over to Bamboo Kingdom and rename one of the goats over there. I'm sure they will absolutely be fine with that. I will double check that the goats aren't named already. Anyway, I actually was not sure if I was going to stream tonight. I have been dealing with sinus issues all week. It feels like it's been all month. But they're clear enough tonight that I figured, you know what, I might as well, especially since I didn't actually get to go away. I was actually supposed to be down the country this weekend, but because yesterday I was just like, I was not great yesterday. I was feeling quite rotten yesterday. So I didn't actually get to go in the end. But anyway, that's life. Make what you will of it. But yeah, okay, right. Well, we've got to do a name redeem. Tell you what, let's figure out this shop first. So, and then we'll pop over to Bamboo Kingdom and do a bit of renaming. So, I am probably not going to do redecorating today. But we'll see how stream goes. We'll see how I feel. My goal today is to get all these barrels stocked of stuff. Boo! We got a few more days before spooky month, Water Ghost. Fun fact, guys, you know the whole thing about everyone's celebrating Halloween leading up to Halloween? Like, everyone does October, spooky month goes crazy and stuff like that. Technically, you're supposed to do it after Halloween. It's called All Hallows Eve. And like, that's the eve of Samhain, or Ia Hauna. Sounds the month of spookiness, which is supposed to be November. I jest. It's actually not a month. Samhain was only a festival of about 3 days. Ish, or something like that. So, yeah. Love those old Celtic pagan festivals. But, yeah, so this is, we're just setting up a space to start selling the bartering stuff so people can come over and shop. I need to let people know because I got this message from Ava the other day. Ava asked me, can I, Nether Kingdom, can I get some shriekers, skulk shriekers? And I was like, yes, you can. Now, he sent this in the middle of the night for me, so like I was already asleep. And then I think Alfie directed him and said, oh yeah, you can go over and use the farm. I was like, you do know that we have a barrel that sells shriekers in the Bammergrove market. It's right there. They still haven't been sold. You can buy them. I think I need to remind, actually, do you know what? Maybe we should do a little bit of an advertising campaign and go around with a little book or something and let people know what's for sale here. This shop is huge. There is so many things for sale, and there's now even more. I'm going to set up a spot for people to do custom orders because, like, I imagine occasionally we've already been asked for bulk orders, so yeah. Well, it's not Alfie's fault. Alfie doesn't have to know all the details of the thing, but like, it just anyway. I'm just being silly. Right. So what we're gonna do is before we head back, I've been just started dragging stuff over and back from the bartering farm. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna price these first. So far, these seem reasonable. This is actually pretty cheap. 8 logs for a stack of blocks. Very cheap, I think. And then same with gravel. I've done the same with the nether bricks because they're bricks and you get plenty of them. Soul sand, a little bit pricier because we don't get as much soul sand in the thing. Nether quartz. Okay. Now, quartz is actually quite reasonably slow coming through the bartering system. So I think we can either do 16 or 32 logs. What's the next one? String. I don't know. Like, string is probably going to stay fairly cheap. Leather, we've got tons of. Pearls, we've got tons of. Okay, I think, yeah, 16. If we start, I think it just gets a little bit, especially since people are going to be. I think 16 is good because it's not crafted into a block there. Let's leave it 16. That'll probably mean that we'll probably keep everything 16 or less. So 16 logs. 64 quartz. Especially since some people will probably be crafting it into blocks as well. Oh, actually, can I place that? If I break that, will that keep its name? I'm not sure if it will. String. String I'm going to keep cheap as well. String will go 8 logs. 64 string. And let's place you that way. Try and get a bit of variation going in. Leather as well. I'm going to be keeping this cheap too. I've been very clear, trying to be as clear as I can with these details as well. Because like some people might not read it very well. Okay, ender pearls, you get 16 per stack. So I think because a stack is 16. One log seems too cheap. No, one log for 16. If you think of like 64, then that'd be 4 logs. How about it's maybe 2 logs? 2 logs, 16 pearls. Do I still have my birthday baggie? Birthday baggie? I am blanking right now. Badgie? I am blanking. It's been a month. Well, yes, it's been a... The sack thingy, I probably... The bundle. Yeah, let's see, what do I have here? I've got a bundle. Light blue. Did I make a special bundle for my birthday? Or did I get a bundle for my birthday? If I do, it's probably back in my house. Yeah, it's probably back in my house. My house. Okay, crying obsidian. I got to keep cheap as well. Let's go with, because we've got chests and chests of this. I don't think it's going to sell much, so we'll go 8 logs, 64 blocks. I Then your fire charges. Fire charges I don't think are going to sell much either. I named one called Your Birthday Baggie, but I thought I was a long time ago, so it's probably through the void. Ah, I completely forgot about that. Or did we end up... Let me double check. Did I actually end up doing that in the end? Manage reward requests. Let's see. Okay, maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't come through. I'll have to double check that, Water Ghost. I didn't see that name, not the name redemption. Miss Mori, I originally wasn't, I was debating it. So I was originally not supposed to be streaming because I was supposed to be away. But I've been sick quite a bit of this week. I just like kind of like sorting through things, so I wasn't able to go yesterday. Then I was just like, you know, this evening I'm feeling reasonably better. So, and I thought, you know, I'm working on this still stuff that I needed to get done anyway. So because I need to get this done, I need to get done. So I'm going to get this stuff that I've got work to do, and I want to get it done this evening. So I'm going to do that today. Okay, we were doing the fire charge barrel. I'm just going to charge these at 8 logs a stack. Because I don't think these are going to sell much. If they disappear, we can always increase the price. You think you did, but it's fine. Ah, well, it's no worries. What's Water Ghost? Shell SMC, thank you so much for the hydrates. Crashly! Oh, you love my bills? Thank you. I've got some new ones in the works. I've been doing some creative planning. And I'm pretty happy with how they're turning out. Obsidian. I think obsidian should be more expensive because we don't get much of it in the thing. So let's say... What did I said crying obsidian was 8 logs. So just, actually no, we'll just go to 16 logs. 16 logs, and then if we start running out, we can always increase the price. 16 logs, 64 blocks. Okay, those are all pretty reasonable. Everything is on the... Everything is on the stackable end, so like... People like it when you can just like split a stack and buy things. Like 8 logs, people will most likely then buy, what was it, 8, they'll probably buy 8 stacks then of the black stone if they're doing it. So like it is pretty cheap, and that's reasonable. Okay. Alright, let's head back over to, this is the part where we go back and forth from the bartering farm. But first, we have a redemption to deal with. So let's head back to the Nether Kingdom to pick up a name tag. And then we're going to head over to the Bamboo Kingdom and name a goat. Or a sheep. We don't have any goats or sheep in the Nether Kingdom yet. But never say never. Unintended. Also, let your friends know I have completely restocked the mushroom blocks. The mushroom stem block. So, and here we go. Look, Skulk Shriekers on sale right here, right now, for Avid. I suppose if he wants more, we probably could get a separate. I don't have a huge amount of shriekers, so. Maybe I'll put down another barrel and split up the stuff so that I can get some more stacks of the things in here, because honestly, that is expensive. That we don't get many of them at all when we're farming them. Actually, yeah, Minecraft Live. I hung out with a bunch of friends in Discord. And at the same time, I lurked in another friend's stream. Nukery was live reacting to it. But yeah, no, we hung out with a bunch of friends in the Discord and watched Minecraft Live. It was like, I have to say, very entertaining, very good show. It was a very good little show. I did enjoy their big and happy announcement for the Chase the Skies drop. The huge amount of work that went into that Chase the Skies drop announcement and advertisement and pushing it, and really just like big celebration of the happy ghasts right in the middle of Minecraft Live. Happy ghasts for about 1 minute. Actually, it was really I really enjoyed that, but it's like, huh? Because they didn't do that. I feel like there's something that I kind of feel about the happy ghasts. I absolutely love them. They are fantastic for something like Skyblock. I don't know how often they get used outside of Skyblock. So I think so, because like talking to other creators, as soon as the copper golems were announced that they were going to be in a new update, all that people were popping in and asking about, particularly my friends who were TikTokers, they've got people coming in and asking them. They're not asking about happy gas and how great they are. All they were doing was talking about the copper golems. All the questions were the copper golems. Previous for the happy gas update, before the update came out and the announcement had been made about the happy gas, all they talked about was the happy gas. But as soon as people had access to it in the main game, yeah, it was like, oh, I just realized I've come into the wrong tower. I need to go over to the villagers. Oh, I did actually. Honestly, I did appreciate it. I feel like happy ghasts didn't. I don't know how well they're played with outside of Skyblock, but because like I've seen them occasionally popping up here or there. But yeah, thoughts on the Nautilus? These are my thoughts on the Nautilus. Where am I gonna play with it? I'm joking. There's options. You can play normal vanilla. I think it's a cool option, cool addition to the game. I do actually enjoy it. I do think the Nautilus is a nice little cool addition to the game. So it is just a thing, really, rather than a. But yeah, it's cute. Baby Nautilus is so cute, I could cry. Yes, it's the same thing that has happened with like, it's the same thing that's happened with the Happy Ghast. Everyone fell in love with the baby Happy Ghast, and they're like, "Oh, I want to keep him a baby." I was like, "Well, you can't." But I want to keep him a baby. But he has to grow up sometime. But yeah, look, I will say, I do think it's a good one. I do think like there's good stuff there. One thing that I did zone in on, I zoned in on one comment that came from Agnes. Agnes said, "We are enjoying I'm paraphrasing her. We are enjoying the way that the drops are working because it allows us to do manageable updates that we can produce in time and everything like that." Which kind of tells me that like we are only going to get these little drops for at least the next. I've got a feeling it's going to be kind of like this for the next year or two. I don't know if it's going to go any higher, faster than that. This is Musie's redemption, by the way. But I want to keep him a baby. Yes, just like parenthood. Well, honestly, I don't have kids personally. I do have nephews. I'd rather they have the opportunity to grow up and become more than just babies, because babies are hard work. They don't do that in Minecraft. Babies aren't hard work in Minecraft. Babies in Minecraft are the only thing. The only difference between them and adults, kind of, is that they don't drop anything when they die. So yeah. But I want to keep him baby. They said they're going to do at least one full update a year going forwards. Okay, I missed that. That's the joys of watching with friends, is that there's in a VC, is you end up not being able to hear everything that comes out of the update. So I'm hoping that they do strong, big updates once a year. Question, guys. Season 1, there was a big, huge, epic bridge between the End Kingdom and the main part of the world. Is that something we should do this season? Because this bridge leads out to the end portal. And I have designed a new bridge to go between my kingdom and Spawn. So that'll be coming in the next week or so. I take you have a form of chat to take care of right now, I guess. Could be. Depends. I don't think it was in this video, but they said that they announced how drops were going to work. Yes, see, that's the thing. I think in this latest video, there was the hint of, like, there's no kind of indication of a bigger drop happening. I just hope we don't get to a point where the world is at 1.21.42, because that's just I'll put it this way. I don't mind the mini drop system too much. But I would like a clear indication what's the difference between a drop and a bug fix update. That's what I would like. And I just like, yeah. Sadie, our puppy has forever baby syndrome. She has a forever job. Puppies are just babies. The dogs are would always be the babies. Get Quark mod. Feed baby poison potato, stays baby forever. There's options out there, aren't there? I do think they've learned from mistakes in the past, however, and are not promising and announcing things that they're then scrambling to deliver. I do wonder if they got people on bigger stuff. I hope so. I do agree that they should not be announcing things that they are not ready to bring in. This is Lubaga and this is Mambo. This is unnamed. Fantastic. Okay, well now you're bad, Nathra. Okay? Congratulations. We did the thing. We found a goat. They will look after them. I trust Pai and nature with your life. Okay, how's inventory? It's fine. Okay, off to the bartering farm for our next transport of items. Yeah, so Nautilus, I think, I don't think, yeah, so Nautilus, I think is a nice little idea. I hope the speed is very fast. I hope it has fast options for speed, because nobody's going to be using the Nautilus if you're not getting the extra speed boost. So it has to be faster than having a dolphin. 4 speed rules? Maybe horse speed rules, because horse speed rules are interesting to work with, because you then have to deal with breeding and trying to get that faster speed and the better health and stuff. You can breed super fast ones with horses. I think you can get it, like, was it 14 blocks per second or something like that? I'm not sure what the rate is exactly. Looks super fast, and it has a dash as well. That's true. The dash is a handy thing. Okay. Not stocking ours. Not stocking iron. We are stocking this. Let me just clear out. One of these has got stuff in there. There we go. We got a couple. We're gonna have rubbish in a couple of places, but that's fine. Okay, and off we go back to the shop. I think I've got enough hunger to get back to the shop. Oh, need to get this bridge going direct to the Nether hub, because it's at the moment kind of going. So for those who haven't seen, it's currently going. Yeah, like if we had a bridge going directly there, it would be very handy. I should get round to doing that sometime. Thing is, this whole place is going to change in the next. I don't know when Milkman's getting around to this. I honestly don't know when Milkman's going to get around to actually building the Nether hub. You're frantically excited for spears. Spears are going to be an interesting one to work with, I think. They're going to be a new fun weapon to have. And the handy thing is that unlike the mace, which is the other the latest weapon that they added in, the spear you'll be able to craft straight away. So having a new... Oh, jeez. The soul sand has not been placed properly underneath that bridge yet. But yeah. The spear is going to be a very interesting addition to things. I think, like, it's definitely seems to me... Like, the question is it better than, say, using a sword or an axe? It's got some different mechanics. So... The Roman Empire, Minecraft again. Yeah, spears and shields. Two things together. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to mind my posture today. See, it's just like my voice is a little bit meh today. The meta zombies are such a cool idea, I think. It could be used as a really early game bow. The spear? I don't think you can throw it. I'm pretty sure the spear works as a... Here we go. Pretty sure the spear works as a item that you throw. The item that you just like hit people. It's a bit more like a sword. It's more of a melee weapon. Okay, and it was... Did I do 16? I think I did 16, didn't I? No, 8. That's not the correct thing. I want to convert you into the mini block and then do it. Okay, you go in there. And you go on top. You didn't watch NCC Live, so I'm just guessing here. Ah, okay, that's a good point. So, for anyone who didn't see MCC Live. So, sorry, Minecraft Live, not MCC, just MC. So, they are adding spears, which is a new weapon into Minecraft. And a spear is, in many ways, like a long sword. You can use it like you would say jousting. Basically, if you have it extended to hit someone, as you're moving towards them at a faster and faster rate, it will build up momentum and you'll be able to damage them, potentially kill them in one strike. but you can only hold it up for so long. So if you don't time it correctly, it will drop and you won't hit them instead. Pretty sure that's how it works. So basically it's a momentum weapon. Probably has a bit of a longer reach. I think you can use it while standing instead of on, yeah, you can use it while standing instead of on a horse. You can use it from a mount, or you can use it just like, you can use it while flying as well. So, which would be pretty cool. Like if you fly in really fast and then just like engage the spear at the right moment, kaboom, they've exploded, potentially exploding their armor as well. Yeah, so a little bit mace-like, except a lot cheaper, because it's literally just 2 sticks and an ingot. I think you could do you could probably do a stone spear or a wooden spear as well. I think that's everything for the spear. Did I miss anything, anyone, guys? Okay, soul sand is next. Let's go get some soul sand. Is this a faster way out? Possibly. Might be. We still need to build an official way into this building that's not just like this. I'm thinking of another tower. So the mounting side of things is the so there's a new undersea creature called the Nautilus. So the Nautilus is rideable. It's an undersea mount, underwater mount. It will also give you the ability to breathe underwater. That's another, I think that's a big thing. That's probably the biggest thing about it. I'm pretty sure it gives you the full breathing underwater. So that is a huge thing, I think. Being able to breathe underwater for with that mount. I think it does. It definitely affects your ability to do things underwater. So if it doesn't completely allow you to breathe underwater, it definitely allows you to last longer underwater. So that is huge. Let's see, what else did they include? So underwater, there's also the zombie Nautilus. So you can get a Nautilus that's also a zombie, and those have the ability to be ridden by drowned. So a drowned could be riding a Nautilus, a drowned jockey basically, which sounds lethal because you could have a zombie Nautilus with a drowned on it, shooting tridents at you. The other thing, yeah, I think it's longer breathing rather than full breathing. Longer breathing is good. And then finally, we got the Zorse. The zombie horse is coming into Minecraft. But I believe I'm pretty sure it only spawns as a jockey. So it will only spawn with a full-size zombie riding it. And that full-size zombie will also be carrying a spear. So that's fun. So yeah, expect a difficult expect things to get a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I think so. Though I don't know if a zombie horse is it wasn't actually clear whether a zombie horse would be hostile or not, actually. So we know that a skeleton horse itself is not hostile. But is a Zorse hostile? Because in the normal Minecraft game at the moment, we don't know. It's not. It doesn't. You have to spawn it in, and I don't think it's hostile then. And are they going to make the Zorse stay alive during the day? So, like, technically, they could make the Zorse a thing that is either not really rideable by players, Unlike the skeleton horse. Or they make it rideable by players. So I'm curious to see whether they go along the route of do we go with a horse that is like the skeleton horse and is passive and just does things and doesn't die in the sun? Or do we have another animal, or do we bring in an animal which is essentially a version of a zombie? Acts like a zombie a bit as well. I don't know. I'd be curious to see if they decide to do something like that. I'd like to see this horse not be rideable, like I imagine zombie Nautilus will be. See, I'm curious to see whether the zombie Nautilus is rideable either. So, it would be cool. I think it'd be cool to have like these things as a hostile, instead of just like, oh yeah, you can ride an undead version of your mob if you want. Because like we got that already. If they don't apply the same things as a Skelly horse, unless they change the Skelly horse, I wouldn't be mad against them changing the Skelly horse. But the handy thing about the thing is, we are now getting a rideable mob underwater. We're getting a Nautilus, which technically removes the functionality of a skeleton horse that people use it for, which is riding a mount underwater. I would imagine that the Zorse probably goes through the same. Well, actually, Zorse, if it went underwater, technically it should turn into a drowned horse. Maybe they're stronger but harder to tame because they are hostile until you do. I think it's worth them considering exploring their options there, rather than just like, oh yeah, we'll just do the same thing that we did with the thing. Skeleton horses, yeah, you can. So undead mobs don't drown. Undead mobs will just undead horses will just like ride around underwater. They'll sink down to the bottom now. So dwarfs possibilities. Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, it could be cool. I think there's a lot of creativity available for them here, and I hope that they I'm hoping that they're thinking about these things. Also, hello, welcome in, Footy. Has a streak turned off? No, streak should be still active. I can double check for you if you want. Maybe there was a bug or something. Okay, what did I say for soul sand? 16. 16 logs for 64 blocks. See, the nice thing is I'm actively putting it in 2 places so that there's definitely no chance that they will get confused. There's definitely no chance that they will get confused. Yes? Oh, jeez. Oh, that could be a thing they do. Is try restarting. Fushy, maybe you could try restarting your stream and see if that makes a difference. Does anyone else check? Could anyone else check and see if their streak is showing? I'm pretty sure I've got the streak thing turned on. Well, I didn't have anything to turn it off. Let me see. Where do I put the thing for that? Power ups channel. Where is it? Rewards. Your streak updated by restarting. Thanks, Luthers. Give that a shot, Fushy. Hopefully that will do the thing for you. Hello, B. How are you doing? I'm excited for the new Minecraft update, but I'm more curious about your thoughts on it if you've seen it. I have seen it. I hung out with some friends there today. And yeah, I've got ideas. They will get confused. Theft. There's one person that I'm expecting to maybe cause some issues. It's not showing on mobile then, Fushy? Oh, Fushy, I know the mobile app sometimes is a bit dodgy. As in, like, it doesn't always work. It's probably just it happens sometimes. It doesn't do the thing. Why am I getting video sent to me? I could check that out later. It just Sometimes the thing does the thing. You're very welcome, B. But yeah, no, we're actually currently chatting about the update. And we've got the thing that people we have to remember now is we've got 3 days now till the copper update comes in, the copper drop. So we've got that coming in. So everyone's now all talking about the Nautilus, the Spear, the Zorse, all coming into Minecraft. And what's happening? 3 days, we've got copper coming in. The copper update coming in. And I think we need to let's remember that. Let's remember the little guys are on their way. I'm not quite sure when we're going to get them onto SBK, but they will be on their way. Okay, next get those. Honestly, I don't know which was faster. Copper lanterns. Ooh, yes, copper torches. I'm so glad that they went with the copper nuggets to say that they are the thing that we can use to craft the torches. Because there was, I double checked there today thinking, I was freaking out briefly thinking that I had to use raw copper ore to make torches. But thankfully it's the nuggets, not the copper ore. Because we can't get copper ore in SBK. That's just one of the that's one of the things that we definitely would never be allowed to get on SBK, I don't think. That's to change how Minecraft works. That's what you're saving up your copper for, Muse. Your 50 chests of copper blocks. It's a pity you can't transfer them across worlds because you know who would use them up in a heartbeat. When I'm going back to my voice call with my friends, I had to mute them to hear you, lol. Thank you very much for popping by, B. Hope you guys enjoyed Minecraft Live today. And we'll chat again soon. You can say Madvid. In fairness, it's both of them. It's both of them. It's Marmalavid. It's the two of them together. Because like they both are fiends for it. Though I suppose Avid is also using it in Misadventures, so yeah, he's using it more than Marmalade is technically. If I'm thinking it back to Marmalade's Forever World, I don't think she used a huge amount of copper in her designs there. They are. Look, I don't blame them. It's a great block. It genuinely is a great block, so more power to them. Okay, next up is quartz. Oof, okay. I know Fool has been taking quartz out of here and using it elsewhere, so... Or save... He's been crafting up a lot of quartz blocks. I personally dislike using bartering quartz for quartz blocks if possible, because we use a lot of it in redstone contraptions and things, but... It's fine. It's just my slight hang up. If Duvid's copper block stream doesn't take place this year at Doke this year, I'd be surprised. I actually wouldn't be surprised. Duvid is sometimes he finds new things to do. Well, he often finds new little things to pick up on. Like his... Now, if you wake up in a Walmart parking lot with 5 $1 bills... I'm not going any further than that. Because I keep forgetting all the rest of the words. Yeah, he's very good at coming up with new things as well. So I think I don't know if he will do the copper block thing. Maybe he might do it as a special stream. It's got to happen at some point. It's got to be coming up at the point of the season now. Like it has to be coming up to fairly soon. to the anniversary of that copper thing. Because I know it happened... It happened... Must have happened, like... It's definitely last year. When was that? Was that, like, November or December? I don't know. It was New Year's. Ah, okay. So we actually do have a bit of time then before the anniversary. Maybe I'll do it for New Year's. I love how he just watches copper for New Year's, whereas I make a fireworks display. Oh, if I'm going to do that. Will I do that again this year, actually? Ooh, this place here would be an amazing spot for a fireworks display, wouldn't it? Oh, I left the phantoms out. That would be a cool spot for a fireworks display, I think. Mini quartz. And we said 16 for 64. Aha. We'll sleep so the phantoms go away. Yeah, Bammer Grove could be a great spot for New Year's this year. Maybe we'll do that. Make a big fireworks display at Bammer Grove. Shouldn't be too hard to do a better fireworks display than the 4th of July. I'm teasing. Viking did a great job with the fireworks display on the 4th of July. We barely started the server and he'd managed to get the fireworks sorted for it. I did actually catch a video of the Hermitcraft tour open day. I don't know what to call it. When all the hermits, so basically I think it was last weekend. Last weekend they had a stream day where a bunch of their friends came onto the server and they played games and did a tour and everything of Hermitcraft, and like I managed to catch Scott's Major's POV of that today. And yeah, it was it was fascinating just like seeing from the eyes of someone who probably actually doesn't really watch Hermitcraft because, well, the joys of being a content creator is a lot of them tend to not actually, like the ones who were kind of like busy playing on SMPs and stuff, rarely have time to actually watch SMP content. I would probably not be surprised if I'm the only person in SBK who's managed to watch every single episode of SBK Season 2. I don't know if everyone's managed to watch every single episode. But, I think I've just got lucky that, like, I was able to watch a lot during the summer, and because videos have slowed down now, it's easy enough to keep up to date with them all. Ali, how are you doing? Good to see you. Actually, did I say hi to you when you came in? I think I did. I learned an amusing new thing today. I have soul sand scattered in my pond for aesthetics, and I needed to add an axolotl. Turns out that axolotls will play in bubble columns. You haven't even managed to watch them all? Handy thing about the summer being quite easy for me is that it wasn't. I had the time to do it, to watch it. Oh, that's supposed to be. Let me get rid of the quartz first. You here, and let's grab a thing of you. Let's get rid of the gold and shin. There we go. It's not easy to keep up to date. I think like because I started, was able to watch, because a bunch of us would have been watching like the episode 1s together, I think, when they came out. But, and I will say, because like it's a series that I'm part of, like I'm gonna generally prioritize watching an SBK episode over pretty much anything else. So, yeah. So, and there's people watch other things as well. Oh, did we talk about vampires this week? I bet you we did, probably. Actually, I don't think we did. No, not that way. I did get, so I managed to watch Avid. I did get to watch Avid's perspective. Lex's took me a little bit of time to get around to watching, but I did get around to watching that too. So again, I'm just like prioritizing watching Friends first. Vampires. I will be careful about spoilers because I know different perspectives will obviously spoil things for other people. So I'm not going to say who the vampires are and stuff like that just in case. And let's not do that as well, just in case anyone's in chat who doesn't know yet. But yeah, it's a good series. I think. So thing is, I do know who the vampires are. At least I think I know all the vampires so far. Because I don't think there's, going off the ones that there were at the beginning, I don't think too many more have been added. So I think it's still pretty balanced and stuff. So yeah, that's a thing. I think we did that already. So yeah, the vampires are currently there, but I kind of feel like watching. So having watched a couple of perspectives, definitely the first episodes, which I managed to watch about 3. I managed to watch Scott as well, and like I think the one thing I did notice is that like you probably I didn't need to really watch more than maybe 2 perspectives. I could definitely have skipped through a lot of the other 2 videos without missing much. So it is very, you can get away really with almost watching one perspective instead of multiple perspectives. Can we get mini wool? We can get mini wool. Yay. Hopefully people recognize that that's wool and that, or string and wool. Anyway. But yeah. Oh, what did I say for string again? 8 log, 64 string. Oh, focusing on typing. There we go. Fabuloso. Yeah, so it was I love vampires generally, so I still can't fathom Abbott being in a series centered around them, and my voice is in the song for it. I'm giddy. It's so good in that song music. You did. 1 PFE from each, like leak or whatever would give you everything. I'd watch Avid's Major and Cleo. Yeah. The thing is, like, it's not exactly. It's kind of hard to kind of like see which, because like they a lot of the time like they're paired up and stuff. But then again, like for example, like Drift goes off and does a whole bunch of different things from Avid. So they are mixing around quite a bit. Like, there was a whole bit with the buddy system in episode 2. So like when they were going off exploring and things, in pairs, and you're like, okay, well this person's paired up with this person, this pairs up with this person, but then things got moved around later. So it is kind of like people are, I'd say people probably watching are like, ooh, I kind of feel like I'm missing out here or missing out here. So it's a lot of footage as well, because like episodes are 45 minutes plus. Very, very busy episodes. But, it's fine. I really think it's a good series. It's I think vampires, the concept of the series could really have lent itself to being a story that could have had one narrative. Like, it would be fascinating to take all the perspectives and basically turn it into a niche movie, like the was it the Civilization or the state SMP stuff. Like, it would be fascinating to turn into more of a series like that where you have just like one POV. But I understand, like, it is the guys are all creators themselves, so it is definitely a thing that works very well as a story. They all are telling the story very, very well, and it is interesting to see the different stories. It's just you then kind of feel like, oh, I'm missing out on stuff because there's so much content to watch. But yeah, like 14, there's only 14 people, but it would be cool to even just like with those 14 people to create a movie out of it with using all the different perspectives. But I'll sheepishly say that it would suit you to play a vampire and that it would be interesting, and then I'll sheepishly disappear. I'll take that. I say that as the ad start. Let's just hit the add button there, just in case anyone is caught in the ads there. Also, fun fact for those on YouTube, on Twitch now, and they introduced a new thing. This is for subscribers, so I know you can. Anyone who's subscribed to my channel will hear this. But they added a new thing. Oh, there's the next one. On Twitch, which is that subscribers to a channel can pause, rewind, and go back and forth live through the stream, the same way as you can do on YouTube for free. Yeah, anyway, kind of silly, but it is a thing. I don't know if actually Sassafrax, can you test this for me, because I don't know if you can do this with Turbo. Is that a thing on Turbo as well? Can people who have Turbo, can they do the thing too? Can they change go back and forth in the stream with same way subscribers do? They can. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, so I'm glad that is a thing too, because here's the thing about Turbo, guys. People don't often talk about it, but Turbo is pretty much similar to, like, the thing is, I think streamers on Twitch get a little bit of benefit from having someone watch with a Turbo account as well. So, yes, subscribing is awesome, but also if you have Turbo, that is also, I think it's benefiting the people you watch as well a little bit. I think I think someone told me this a while back, like sometime in the last couple of months. So, just I'm not saying to get Turbo. I'm not saying you have to get Turbo. Just like saying that is a feature of having Turbo. So yeah, cool. According to Twitch, it's same for streamers as if you watch the ads, as if you watch ads. Yeah, I suppose. So yeah, that would make sense. There's a little something there. Also, it's about same price as 2 tier 1 subs. Which means that then you are covered pretty much for like if you're gaining experience from more than two streamers, then you're getting most of the benefits of a subscription then. Most of the benefits, not all the benefits, but most. And you get no ads anywhere. Isn't that amazing? Oh, I should find a spot for... is mini blocks. Here, let's just grab some of this. There we go. All fixed. String, and we're onto the leather now. Okay, I also need to figure out what block to put on top of things. Also, if you stream holds your VODs for 60 days instead of 7. Yes, that's one of the advantages of Prime. So if you've got Twitch Prime, then again, Twitch will also hold your VODs for the longest amount of time too. So, even if your partner or something like that, if you've got Twitch Prime, it will hold your VODs for that long on Twitch. The handy thing is, I also stream on YouTube, which will just hold my VODs forever, and ever, and ever, and ever. So, yeah, that is that. Oh, Skylery has finished streaming. I'm guessing. Oh yeah, yeah. No, we've been going for an hour, and we're still just going back and forth from placing things in barrels. Oh, maybe I should charge people for all this back and forth. This is definitely one of the reasons why I would love to get shulker boxes sooner rather than later. Whatever about Elytra, shulker boxes, please. It's called taxes. What, getting people to charging people extra for this? Okay, I need something different in the middle. I've put all those mini blocks back. Matthew, how are you doing? Is it not included in your price? Well... No. Well, yes and no. Technically the work. Thing is, I have to remember, chopping logs is not straightforward. It is a time-consuming process. So it's not that people aren't putting the work in. So I'm trying to somewhat equate the time spent. Okay, I'm gonna grab. I think I can turn one of these into a mini block. If I can turn that into a mini block, I'm going to use that instead because that's pretty close to the look of a leather. Any sales? Nope. Okay. I need to check with Fool if he's using these books because... if he's not, then someone's just taking books. Don't think any of those are ones that would be used very much. Yeah, I think they're all up. All the useful ones are upstairs. Okay, can I get a mini block here? No, I can't get a mini brown block. Oh, that's a pity. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oop. Whoops. I'm sure my microphone did not like that. So I'm going to need something different from the Ender Pearl. That's fine. That's not fine. That's fine. Okay, let's get a magma. I should be able to get a mini magma block. Maybe instead, maybe we get like a little mini. I can use concrete actually. Let's use concrete. Let's go get some concrete blocks of the correct color. And we can shrink them down. Which means I can pop this mushroom back. So I need 3 special blocks for mini blocks. Okay, let's do that. And since we're not going straight back to the bartering farm, let's have our food out. The only reason why I was in was because I didn't have space for it right now. Is that rain? It is raining. What a great view out there. Okay. Should we help that sheep over there? There is a sheep hanging underneath one of the bridges. It could probably use some help. Okay, magma block, mini magma block. Actually, quick check. We don't have any blocks here that I want to use instead. Yes, we can hashtag blame Milkman, of course. It's totally his fault, not Alfie's. Infinite Coder, sleep well. I'm probably not long for bed myself. You go sleep well and see you soon. Bye! Okay, so I said maybe we use... Oh, we're out of gravel here, aren't we? Okay, I need to go get some gravel. Any chance we've got some blocks here that I can use? No. Maybe... Do I have string? I could do some more wool blocks. So 1, 2. Yes, we can use wool instead. And colors wise, we have green. And the other color we can use is orange, I think. Let's use orange. Okay, there we go. So orange, and I want to turn those into mini blocks. You can't make mini wool blocks? Come on. Let me check and see if I can make mini concrete. Not the powder type. Okay, we can do it with concrete. I just need to get gravel. Right. Let's get the magma block. Let's see if we can make mini magma blocks. Yes, we can. Fabulous. So I just need 2 of those. Okay. This run, let's get gravel. I need a bunch of gravel anyway for our build. So we're going to go grab some gravel. And then make up our concrete that we need to do. Ooh. we definitely need to make a better way down. It's not today. I think we should move... No, this is actually a good location for this. We'll keep this, but what we need is a second one over there that will connect us to the bartering farm, because this leads us out to our magma cream farm slash frog life farm. We don't need to get rid of this pathway, though it probably could use an upgrade. Yeah. Anyway, like, main thoughts on the Minecraft life. It was a bit of fun. Update wise, it's very kind of like trying to come up with ideas that will excite people a little bit. So yeah, the swinging sheep needs to be named Sab Sheep Man. Oh, that could be arranged if someone wants to redeem that. Okay, I wanted to bring back a bunch of gravel. Okay, gravel, and this is for my base. Because we are running low. How are you doing, Lynn? Good to see you. Oh, yeah. Huh. Excuse me. A little bit yawny today. Okay. I need to see what's going on down here. Like, if it's the case, I would just need to bring over some soul sand and fill that in. Okay, I might do that on the next round back. This is gonna drive me nuts otherwise. I'll see how much soul sand I have back in base. If I do, I can just bring the soul sand with me over to do it, rather than having to go to the bartering farm to get soul sand to fill the thing. But yeah, sad sheep man is over there. Currently nameless, but we can name him later. I have to get down to get him out as well. We need to get a way to get some happy gas into the nether. And the only way to do that is by portal. So we're going to have to make a big portal to get the happy gas. Whoa. A bit of a lag spike there. Before we need to make a big portal for the happy gas to get into the nether. Okay, let's dump a bunch of this gravel in here. I want to make some concrete. We're going to do green concrete and orange concrete. Green, orange. Wow, that's very Irish, actually, kind of. Just need the white one then, and then to be the Irish flag. Okay, and I want mini blocks. And put you away. Great. Okay, we've got our mini blocks. Which redeem is it? Name generator. Yes, name generator will do that. Okay, those are all the mini blocks I need for those bits. How much soul sand do I have on me? A tiny amount. Okay. I think what we do is just take the soul sand that we have and fill in what we can. and do the thing. Okay, so I'm going to pop over to the shopping district first and name those barrels with those heads. And then we shall go to the nether. Oh, first of all, I am going to go grab a new name tag. Which means we need to rescue the sheep. Because I'm not going to be able to get them otherwise. I have some blocks. We can use the blocks. Right, we can try and get him out of his sticky situation. Okay, bit of emeralds. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? Actually, I just realized I could be using. I forgot that I can use shaders. We can turn on shaders and make the nether look pretty as well. Okay, new name tag. Let's just grab one from you. They all cost the same, so soup. 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 I'm gonna sell some soup. That's proper like season 1 Nether Kingdom. Sad sheep. Man. Probably not the best block to jump on. Ooh, that's atmospheric. I have been working back there in creative. A few days ago on stream, we came up with the suggestion of making another mushroom back there and covering up the mob farm. So that is currently the plan. Trip chest. Do I borrow? I'll hold this soup for me is returning. Tempting. Honestly, it's tempting. Maybe, do you know what? Maybe we have to just do that at least once or twice this season. We need to bring back that old bit that Artemis did. Because, like, Artemis is wonderful. I wish she could have been able to. I wish she would have been able to maybe get involved in the season, but life happened. Yeah, it would have been lovely to play with Artemis a bit more. Absolutely amazing. But you know what? That's okay. It's soup season. We don't have soup weather. That's true. It is. It is actually a good time for soup right now. Okay, now. So I think what I need to do is we're going to have to make a little stair. Because I haven't got someone else to do this with me. I'm going to stair this guy up. So I think what I do is... Let's make a staircase. Oh, I just remembered we're in the nether. And I don't want anything spawning. So I don't have my... I hate to do this. This feels like sacrilege, but... Yeah, I really don't like making slabs that way, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, so... Need to go up. Right. Oh, I'm on the wrong white level there. Okay. I think if I do it this way... Okay. Hopefully... Let's have a quick look. How tall does this look? Does this look like it'll... Yeah, this looks like it'll bring the sheep up. And then we just need to go across to a spot where he will be on the thing. QBenX12, how are you doing? Good to see you. We are currently rescuing a dangling sheep who has been requested to be named. Okay. Good luck, sad sheep man. Currently looking good. How is that going? Is it high enough? That is the question. It is high enough. He is saved. Welcome back to solid ground, sad sheep man. We're going to drop you off at Alfie's because Alfie was trying to steal you in the first place. So, come on, come on, come on. I'm going to have to push you in, haven't I? In you go. Huzzah. For anyone who's not been over to head to Alfie's Kingdom, it is definitely worth a look. I think I lost that lead, so let's grab this one. Give me a second. Okay, I really hope that mute button was working, because that was very noisy. Come back here, dude. Other side of the fence. And... yep, we'll just leave you here. Sad sheep, man. Alfie's gonna love you. Oh, my nose. Okay, need to go back to the shop now and do the thing over there. And then drop off our resources that we have picked up. Oh, also, let's remove this. Oh, this is mine. It's a little work of art. I suppose technically I could have just left it there and it could have been taken down when Milkman was working on the Nether Hub, but nah. Art feature now, isn't it? Yes. Temporary art feature now just found in that one little bit of my VOD. Okay. Shaders. Is that shaders loading? Okay, I gotta turn off the shaders. I think they might be slowing down the game a little bit. No. No. Okay, I'm getting some serious lag. Might be my nether lag, but it usually builds up. Here, give me a second. I'm going to do a quick check on things. think it's okay. It's not too bad. You have that daily. Now to be bored at the tire shop, getting new tires. Oh, well, at least you've got me to hang out with. Okay, I'm going to try logging back in. What did Viking do to the server now? Okay, seems we're okay. Why is there a hole over here? Did Milkman buy a permit for this? I'm joking. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. Okay. Where were we? We were doing things and getting our shop ready so that people can actually access the resources from the bartering farm if they need to buy some. Okay, where were we? So this is leather here. Is going to have orange on top. 8 logs, 64 leather. And then I was going to use green for ender pearls. Of course, I just started wearing it instead of actually putting it in my inventory. Okay, ender pearls. 2 logs, 16 pearls. Okay, I'll do the magma blocks for the fire charges as well. 8 logs, 64 charges. I bet you Viking's going to come in here, see the little magma block there and think, oh, I can buy magma blocks? And then he'll look in and he'll be disappointed. Question for display. What not frame? Item frame. I like the blocks. Also, Alfie's done little blocks down, mini blocks down here as well. Didn't even realize Devon came online. And I like the little mini blocks. Like they represent things. Okay, these aren't represented great, but like it's fine. You know, I'm gonna do these as well just because I have to get them done. So crying obsidian was, I think, 8 logs, 64 blocks. Oh. Did you keep your information? Please tell me you kept your information. Woo! Okay, for a sec I thought that might lose information if I broke it. Okay, and then we have obsidian, which is 16 logs. There we go. You go here. And you go here. Okay, let's drop all the rest of the stuff off back at base. And then the next item I want to bring over are ender pearls. I want to get... We should get these right across the entire thing. Like, water elevators are just going to save a little bit of time. Nala, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, like we could install water elevators all throughout this and then also drop places as well for for our feetsies so that we don't hurt them as we fall down. I've also got all the powdered snow. Like, I'd need to do that as well now that we've got a whole bunch of it from the Spruce Kingdom a few days, well, a week or two ago at this stage. Yeah, we're just currently just filling up shops with resources. Oh, cos cursey fáilte it's machu echol. How are things with you? Good to see you. We've obvious tin. Actually, the high Chris mold is shocked in this to be tinniserum. So, just like this, what they can call slide on, or Chris Giacomo Shrone, or Shin Machine. Yeah, dealing with a bit of sinus issues in the old nose at the moment. So it's been a little bit frustrating, but you know, other than that, just like powering on. Life doesn't slow down for us just because we got a bit of a runny nose or something like that. Okay, so sad. I think I've got everything I need. Yee. Probably do with some more golden carrots actually at some point. You should just so compromise so money spare on will. Yeah, some costal quick and doctor spy mark on the cuddle carlum. I'm gonna go to the doctor and find out what's wrong with me. How's the cursey last? And yeah, like well, to go more on. Sha, quiz qua. August social jacker quit about them upper yin of nerd tall tennis or my currently self. So yeah, I'm fairly busy with work. And because my work is vocally taxing, as someone who directs music a lot with my voice, I have to end up conserving my voice for the work on the day. But then what ends up happening is that I don't end up having a voice for the work that I have to do at off, basically not off stream, but like, you know, off. How do I put it? Ooh, can I hit that there? Yes, I can. So like when I have to do recordings and stuff at home for rehearsal tracks and things, very hard to do that when you have to conserve your voice for teaching or singing and all that jazz. So it's been quite frustrating. So yeah. Ja, tá mé gemaach an óchar asir as sscoil chupa rud idir lámh agus gom idir nolach an seo agus an nolach. Go hínsach sinné, well, sin go mai. Sin go mai. Can I get something in there? Bam, 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 bam. That's got to be sacrificed to the void. Oh, so I am quite cautious about. I was quite was actually quite cautious about the idea of maybe putting soul sand under this bridge, considering how dangerous it could be. So yeah. Someday there will be a cure for the common cold. Today will not be that day. Oh, there's missing block under here as well, isn't there? There we go. Let's put you there. Oh, follow me, Granny. Oh yeah, the grannies know best, don't they? You know, I should ask my mother now, since she's now a granny. She probably knows best. Or actually, I was listening in on Pie stream yesterday, and she came out with some kind of concoction, which she swore by. I need to ask her what it is, because so Pie Samurai is one of the other creators on this server. Okay, I need to get some soul sand to fix that bit there. She's one of the other creators on the server. She's absolutely wonderful. But she mentioned something on stream yesterday, I think. while I was just like listening in. Hot orange juice with honey. Honestly, that sounds pretty good. That sounds like it could actually be pretty good. Orange and honey is a great combination. And actually, I'm pretty sure I've used orange and honey to glaze carrots, and it tastes gorgeous. Similar to lemon and honey, yeah, yeah. I've done lemon and honey. I do that. But yeah, that sounds really nice. Citrus and honey, yeah, that checks out. The other one, the other popular one, at least here, is hot whiskey and lemon. That's supposed to be a good one. Hi, Banner. It's good to see you. Grandmothers and mothers always know best. Yes, we have to tell them that. Oh, we can't say no. No, and we love them. We love them for who they are. They're amazing. Oh, yeah. Poaching. No, how much could Poaching all? Poaching is probably going to do the. Poaching is probably going to take us a little bit too far. If anyone doesn't know what poaching is, it's like, I don't think I've ever had poaching, have I? I don't think I've had. It's an incredibly strong paint stripper. It's probably the best way to describe it. It's an alcoholic beverage that's incredibly strong and probably could be used as paint stripper. Could probably leave it there. It's, I think, associated with the Irish. It's fermented. It's like fermented potatoes, yeah. So it's basically like an incredibly strong vodka. Oh, do you know what it probably is? Do you know what? It's poaching is probably the exact same thing as moonshine or whatever that is. I'm not sure. It's just like an incredibly strong spirit. Is probably the best way. I'm not going to say it's something. I can't call. I don't think it's a liqueur. I think it's probably a spirit. Yeah, the Irish version of that potatoes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fermented potatoes are involved in it in some way. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back here, I think. Aha, okay, we actually weren't too far away. People in the West make a hot toddy out of it over coals and cups. They would too, now wouldn't they? No, not disparaging people who live in the west of Ireland, of course. No, no, no. Would the esteemed Maria Steen... Guys, can we get some love and hearts and stuff in the chat for Bannards, who is an absolute gem. 43 months. Subscribe to my channel. They've been here since the beginning of my little journey here on Twitch, and he's amazing. Just like. Thank you, Bannard, so much for your fish prime. I so appreciate it. You are an amazing human being, and we love you. So thank you so much. 43 months. I'm going to do a quick bit of math. So that is 3 years and that's over 3.5 years, I think. Did I do my math right? Over 3.5 years? 12, 12, 12, and 6. Dude. Oh, well, thank you so much, Bannards. You're amazing. I don't even mention that name. We don't need to. It's a thing. Yes. But we can have so much fun with her now that she didn't get nominated. Look, the thing is, I think in Ireland we have to keep that the certain element of we have to keep that point where we can laugh at our politicians and still like take them somewhat seriously and not like undermine them. Like there has to be that kind of like attitude in this country when it comes to politicians. They have to feel that they have to always feel approachable and reproachable for when they make their silly mistakes. So, and that woman deserves it as much as any of the others. So for context, this woman, Maria Steen, was someone who was looking for a nomination to get on the presidential election this year, but she was of a overly conservative nature, and she didn't get enough people who were interested in backing her. So, and the thing is that there probably aren't. There are quite a few people who are quite conservative in our as representatives in Ireland. Like there's quite a few representatives in our government and in the councils who are quite conservative. But the thing is, none of them are not very many of them are conservative enough for her. She's more conservative than they are. So that's kind of like the thing. She didn't represent she wasn't going to represent the people in like thing is, if she got on the ballot, she wasn't going to get elected anyway. So yeah. I heard a really good argument. Our TDs and councillors represent us. They represent the electorate. When they nominate, they're representing us. Maria did not have the number of democratically elected representatives. Exactly. But it's the same process like where we elect when the Prime Minister is elected in Ireland, or same in the UK as well. The Prime Minister is elected by the people that we've elected. So we elect our representatives. In our case, they're the Teachta Dála, which is what we call our MPs here. So they're elected. They get in to represent us, and then they elect the Prime Minister, or the Taoiseach as we call them here, and then the Taoiseach will then nominate the ministers. So it's all technically following through. And then the same thing when it comes to the presidential election. Here, the thing is, like, our president is a figurehead. He doesn't have a huge. His job is basically he's got a couple of positions. So our president is technically leader of the armed forces. So he is one of the three parts of our country, three parts of the system that allow for our armed forces to be deployed. One's the UN, the other is the president, and the other one is the government. So they have to all agree. And then the other thing is the president also checks any bills that are being signed into legislation. So he has to sign them in and make sure that they're constitutional. So basically, it's just a constitutional check. And if they are not good, if they do have issues against the Constitution, he can send them to the Supreme Court here to get them checked. And then if there's like a lot of back and forth, then it can be put to a referendum to the people to see whether to decide whether they want it passed or not. And so there's a lot of checks, but the president is not the executive. The president is literally he is just like the person who checks the bills. Most of the power resides in our prime minister. So similar to the British system, the prime minister is the Taoiseach is the main guy here. So yeah, that's where the decisions get made. And we can thank our Lord and Savior Eamon de Valera. Yeah, not Lord and Savior, but one of the men who kind of set up a bunch of things in this country anyway. Fun fact: people love to remind us all, or at least a lot of Irish people like to make a point that like Eamon De Valera is American. I'm pretty sure he lived most of his life in Ireland. But yeah, we have some form of nomination process. The president represents the people and our values, and Maria does not do that. She represents Old Ireland. She doesn't even represent Old Ireland. No, she represents the Iona Institute, which is a totally different thing. Anyway, there's... Oh, Miss Morey said there's a Scottish MP who said they couldn't meet with Trump this trip because he had to wash his hair. He's bald. Has me cackling. That is hilarious. Oh, sorry. I can't meet with you, Mr. President. I need to wash my lack of hair. I need to make sure that my scalp is properly cleaned and shiny and just like ready for work the next morning. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. President. I can't make the time for you. I'm sure Trump was beside himself because of that. Didn't care at all. It's been... I won't get too much into politics, but it has been, in it, for those who do keep an eye on politics, there's been some interesting things that have happened this week. So if that's your kind of thing, I would recommend just like seeing the... Keep an eye, just like reading things occasionally and stuff. He can be. I'm not going to get too much into... Trump, since I know that American politics are not like Irish politics. In Irish politics, there's always a chance you could meet the guy in a pub. So keep that in mind. In Ireland, there's always a chance. Okay, you're not likely to meet, not very likely to meet Hall Martin in a pub very often, because the pub he's most likely going to go to is the Dáil Bar, which is the... We've got a proper bar, a proper pub inside our House of Parliament. Think about that. Is there anything more Irish than the Dáil Bar, a pub for our TDs and senators to go and relax after a hard day's work? We don't get starstruck about them now. We totally just like we look at them and think, oh, you think you're that big? Now I will say, like the president, you wouldn't really see the president very often because the president has got this big huge fancy house in is off doing representing us or whatever in different places. He's a bit like a first ambassador kind of thing. So yeah, he was our president you wouldn't really necessarily see all over the place. But there is a clip somewhere, there's a picture somewhere of our current president at some point. He's been taken to an ATM machine. Sorry, an ATM. Don't call it a machine, it's just an ATM. He's been taken to an ATM out in the middle of town, and he just like popped out of the car, and there he is, just standing there waiting in line with everyone else to get his money out of the bank. It's just like so Irish. Wouldn't get that in some other countries. Slipshot. I was not planning on streaming because I was supposed to be away. But then I was not feeling well, so I didn't go away, and now I'm feeling a bit better than I was yesterday, so I figured, you know what, I'm currently just like filling up these barrels with materials for selling. And so I was like, you know what? I can do this and chat with you guys as well. But I'm so glad that you're able to pop by the computer and say hi. But yeah, I should maybe have let you guys know a little bit. But it's good to see you. You know, I need to just... yeah, should hang out soon. It's just hard to do with how much work is going on and things. and stuff. Makes me want to go to Ireland more. Ireland is a nice place to go. It's expensive. I will give you that. It is quite expensive. So you've been warned. But like it is a nice place to travel and visit and stuff. I probably host your slipshot. Oh, why did I bring the Enterprise with me? Not gonna have room for them. Oh, actually, can I put them in my ender chest? I don't have room in my ender chest. I'm pretty sure that ender chest is full. Okay, I'll just put them back in the chest when I get over there. You like culture? Yee. Going to other countries is cool, though. Ireland and Scotland are top of your list. If you do come to Ireland and you want to do Scotland as well, just be aware that there is a little extra charge for going to the UK that you don't have to pay if you come to the Republic of Ireland. Because different country. But it is required if you go into Northern Ireland, because Northern Ireland is part of the UK. So yeah, there was a few years back they added this little, the UK added a little like charge of like what, €7 or £7 or something like that, £8. It's a little thing. But yeah, it's just something to be aware of, because a lot of people fly into Dublin to visit Ireland, and then tour groups or something like that will organize trips for people and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden you're going to see the Game of Thrones thing, which is in Northern Ireland, or the Titanic thing, which is in Northern Ireland. So there's lots of options. Small towns, countryside, not the touristy stuff. Kerry. Okay, Kerry does have some tourist traps. Traps is a very broad term. Kerry is absolutely gorgeous when the weather's good. Killarney is a bit touristy, but it is totally worth it. There is just a lot of beautiful scenery around there. Killarney, there's a national park around there. You can, I would recommend getting a car. If you're down that direction, because public transport in that area is pretty minor. But southwest of Ireland, absolutely gorgeous. Dingle, Kenmare, absolutely gorgeous. You could you could even get down to what's the name of the place? I can't remember the name of it right now. There's a lovely little place in West Cork. Just got this beautiful little chapel out in the middle of on a little island, like off in the lake. It's gorgeous. Kerry is just like it. No, it's not Kinsale. It's inland. It's kind of near the border of Kerry and Cork, but I can't remember what it's called. It's actually not far from the Gaeltacht in Cork, if that Gaeltacht still exists. Oh, actually, there's something just to be aware of. So, you know the way I speak the Irish language? It's not Cove. I'm going to Google it. Let's see, maps. Now we need to talk to who when ready to visit. Okay, Cork. It would be. You know, I'm gonna end up asking my mum, who went down there quite regularly with her family as a kid, and I'm just gonna kick myself the fact that I couldn't remember the name of it. It's like the Lon Ruddy and she's a Gorky. So like there's a lot of stuff down in Cork. It's easy to to not remember exactly where things are and stuff. So it's not core number 10, but a tier. Was it down near Macroon, maybe? That's Bantry. No, it's definitely somewhere along near the Cork Kerry border. Guggenbara, that's it. Guggenbara. So Guggenbara is it's very, very close to Kerry. Very, very close to Kerry. Guggenbara is a little lake. It's just got absolutely little picturesque little tiny little chapel. And there's a little forest nearby where you can have a walk and stuff. It was a lovely little place. It's also the first place I tried driving. I nearly drove into the lake. So, yeah, I think it was like 16 or something, and Dad was like, "Oh, you should try. We should try and try behind the wheel because we need to get the car from one car park to the other car park." And I kind of freaked out a little bit. Don't give a 16-year-old power steering the first time they were trying to drive. So, or at least anyway, I didn't have a license at that time. I do have a license now. This is when I was like 16. I was like, I moved the car briefly, and I was like, Dad did hit the brake. He pulled the handbrake. So yeah, we were safe. We were safe. Just a sec. I haven't. The thing is, yeah, there it is. But yeah, it is all working. We got ads over on YouTube for a second, so now I know who to talk to when I'm ready to visit. There's plenty of spaces and nice little countryside stuff to do all around the country. I think the handy thing is that for me, as kids, a lot of our holidays were in Ireland. Like we didn't go abroad for like holidays in the summer or vacations in the summer outside of the country very often. Actually, I don't think we went outside the country before I was. When was I think I was 11. Was our first holiday abroad. Technically, I had been away before once, overseas once before. But I don't know if I could quite count that as a holiday, since it was a trip to Australia to visit my grandfather, who was very ill at the time. So that was a bit different. But yeah, first holiday abroad wasn't until I was 11. Which somewhat unusual for Irish person. A lot of Irish people go away, go abroad on their holidays when they're young. So, like, I had a bunch of friends who went to Disneyland as kids, and we never ended up going. In fairness, expensive. So, as an adult, it's not a big deal. As a kid, maybe a bit more of a big deal. Australia's in the bucket list to visit. Yes. I probably am going back there next summer. Well, my next summer. Australia's next winter. So yeah, I'm probably going back there for a visit. Because my dad wants to go visit Australia again, and in particular he wants to go find his grandfather's grave. So yeah, I've got family out there. So yeah, we're thinking of doing a trip out to Australia next June, July, July or August. Okay, I think we're down to just 2 more barrels and then we're done. Your neighbor went there for 5 years to work and came back home and is building a house with no mortgage. What do they work as? I want a job that pays like that. It's It's something that, like, actually, I think a lot of Irish people have moved out to us. I know of a lot of Irish people that have moved out to Australia. But, like, I'm also know of, like, I've got a friend who is Australian, who lived in Ireland for years, and she moved back to Australia because just, like, the cost of living here is just stupid. Mainly housing, though. Like, housing is probably the hardest thing here. I did see a little thing there the other day listing the top 10 countries or the top 5 countries for most difficult to live in or get a house in, or most expensive to get a house in. They put Ireland on top, so I take it with a pinch of salt because, like, I don't know whether that's an actual correct statistic, but it does kind of feel right, at least from my perspective anyway. I hear so many UK folks and Europeans talk about visiting other countries, and I have to remember that travel-wise is not like here. It's more akin to us taking an interstate road trip. Yeah. Well, like, that's true. Like, the thing is, if you live in the US, the size of the US, when you compare it to the entire of the continent of Europe, region of Europe, there we go. Like, the US is an incredibly wide and diverse area of land. So it is, you've got so many options there to go see things. Like, if you decide to go out, it's like there's so many states which are interesting to go visit, and you get all those different experiences. And you also have the added bonus that majority of the country speaks the same language. Whereas I suppose here in Europe, I suppose, like, particularly Ireland and the UK anyway, that there's the attitude of, like, oh, it's raining all the time, that they want to go visit other places in Europe where it's not raining as much, so they want to go to, like, Spain or something like that. What you find fascinating, though, is if you go to, say, if you think of places like Spain, like Southern Europe, there are places in Southern Europe at this stage where you are basically, if you go there, you'd be like, hang on a second, is this a Spanish town or is this an English town? There's actually a TV show based on it called Benidorm. You go to Benidorm in Spain, it's like an English town. There's English people everywhere. Mallorca, incredibly popular with Germans. There's actually an entire region of Mallorca where you'd probably have more German speakers than you have Spanish speakers. So yeah, it is. That's an interesting one. Just like tourism has done that. The other one that catches me out is actually some places in northern France. I know of people who will, like, a lot of people who I know will go, who've got families and stuff, will go to go camp in northern France. And if you go there during the summer, you'll swear it's just like basically filled with Irish people. I think one of my friends who went there with their family, he was saying that he bumped into a bunch of English people and they were just like shocked, like, why are there so many Irish here? We thought this would be French. Because, like, what happens is people go to these places, they come back, they tell their friends about them, and then they're like, oh yeah, this is great. And then their friends decide to go with them as well the next summer. So what ends up happening is that whole communities end up, like, basically transferring from one region of the world to another region of the world. Okay, I think it was this stuff last. Okay, so this is next. And actually, I'm just going to leave those fire charges there so I don't have to bring them back. Actually, let's do this. That'll remind me to not do that. Yeah, some dialects are a bit tougher to decipher than others. Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like with any place in the world, like if you speak English here, just because you can speak English, like I told you to go to Kerry, um, just because, like I know I said that it's a region where Gaelic is spoken. If someone is speaking at you, do not assume that they're speaking Gaelic. They could be speaking English. It's just there's a very good chance it's a very strong dialect that you will not understand. So, yeah. English in the southwest of the country here is sometimes indecipherable. Um, Same thing goes for northwest as well sometimes. There's a few regions here that I've got... Actually, even Dublin. There's some accent dialect here that is incredibly thick. It might be difficult for people to understand. As an American, it's both a blessing and a curse to have lived in another non-English country. To have met people in person from all over the world. It changes your worldview. So true. Belfast... Which Belfast accent? And are we comparing it to like that Dublin working class accent, which is particularly thick? I love going down that vine. I like that feature. The working class Belfast accent. I'm pretty sure my boss grew up in that area, but he doesn't really have a strong accent at all. Round one, and place you in here. What happens if I... Oh. That'll do. Okay, and the last thing is just obsidian. We're about to run out of carrots. They speak so fast. The thing about Belfast, the accent is by class, not religion, which is unique for the north. True, yeah. That is an interesting feature in Northern Ireland, where if you are familiar enough with the accent, you can just tell what way their possible political leanings lead. Guys, imagine you could tell someone's politics just by the way that they speak. Northern Ireland, you're a funny place. You're a funny place in this world. But you know what? You are also you're also a place which shows an incredible hope for this world as well. Like you see someone's name and you can guess their ideology well enough. That's true, yeah. Like, no one's going to turn around and say that Lee Moog, just by that name, is is a unionist. Actually, did you see? I presume you saw about Kneecap's results in the court case. Oh jeez, like you couldn't really make it up. So for those who do not know, Limo Ohani, I think is Ohani. He's part of a group called Kneecap. They're a band based in Northern Ireland, from Northern Ireland. And the thing is, they do a huge amount of their stuff in Irish Gaelic. It's pretty cool. But like they're pretty outspoken about their political views. And we're not talking about the political views of they're talking more about their international political views. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I know people can be pretty sensitive about that kind of stuff. But yeah, they were in court for waving a flag. Yep. And it was yeah, very poorly executed on the side of the judiciary over in the UK. But yeah, sassafras, the legal technicality. Oh, look, it's a joke. Sassafrax. I heard someone explain certain accents based on working conditions. Like one is very pronounced and sharp from being inside loud factories. And I think I watched that video too, where you needed to be really understood, but other was more pinched and nasal from being near the exhaust of coal furnaces, where you don't want to breathe with your nose, etc. Yeah, that's fascinating. I actually caught another one there the other day. This is by a guy called Rob Words. Now, Rob Words, I think for the most part, I find his videos interesting. And there's a couple of times where I'm like, you could be a little bit more, slightly more sensitive to the Irish issues rather than just like saying, oh yeah, British Isles. Dislike that word. But anyway, he did, no, it wasn't Rob Words. It was someone else. It was a different guy. I can't remember the guy. Anyway, the guy that I'm thinking of is someone who does actually a lot of work on older English pronunciations. He does videos on pronunciations from like Middle English, occasionally Old English. So like he will go into those kind of things. It's pretty interesting. But one of the things he decided to bring up was why a lot of the time when he's doing proper pronunciation from those times, he says that it's often perceived as an Irish accent. Hello, Mythical Emmy. Welcome in. How are you doing? I don't know if we've got any mods in chat at the moment, but if we do, maybe we could get a little shout out for Mythical Emmy. How are you doing? What were you guys up to today? We are currently just filling out our shop here on SBK, on Skyblock Kingdoms. So guys, if you haven't got that heart hit up in the top right of the chat, please do. Go give Mythical Emmy a follow. They're a wonderful person. I think, yeah. Where are you guys playing today? Good, I'm doing good. Anyway, just in case any of you guys don't know who I am, my name is Nather. I'm an Irish content creator who plays an awful lot of Skyblock. Currently, I am playing in Skyblock Kingdoms SMP, which is a creator server of 22 people across 11 kingdoms, and I am of the Nether Kingdom. And we have just finished setting up the stuff for a bartering shop. So everything here is now set up for sale. We do need to do a bit of decoration here, but that would be probably for a future stream. So it won't be for today. But we will gather up our stuff and things and tidy them up and make sure that is all good and tidied. We're playing on King's SMP today. What is a Kingdom SMP? I've forgotten what he calls it again. The viewer SMP all over the place. Alfie server. Good times. King's Court, that's it. King's Court SMP. For anyone who's interested, I know who King is. The only reason why he's called Alfie here is because I think it was a Pleasant Craft thing, is that people started calling him an Alfie there because there was another person with King in their name. I've heard it's good. How'd you like it? And actually, that's a point, guys. If anyone is part of King Alfie's community, which is SBK as well, King Alfie does have a viewer server, which is a great place to hang out for those who want to. And I believe it is compatible with Bedrock as well. So it's open for Java and Bedrock. So just in case anyone is looking for a fun server to play on, that is there. Lunar Lou, how are you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, there's a few places, I suppose, thanks to the Skyblockers, that there's actually a few places where people can come play in the community, because we've also got the leg.gg, which is also open to both Bedrock and Java. There's also, I suppose, Treehouse SMP, which is done by Acorn Bandit, but I think that's there. You can get into it, like if you're a nice member of the community. We move at it. The economy always helps to do things, get things up. We're really awesome server. Water Ghost is over there as well, isn't he? Treehouse is just Java. Yeah, Treehouse is just Java. But nice. No, I haven't been actually. Honestly, I haven't been to any. I haven't been on either SMP yet. But then again, I have a very hard time playing on multiple worlds at the same time. So, yeah. Okay, I am going to be sending this out to all the Skyblockers to let them know that they can come and buy stuff from here, and that if they need to do bulk orders, they can order through me. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Right, let's head back to base. Oh, I've got pearls. I'll use pearls. Oh, there's another sheep over here. Huh. Black Clouds one, as long as you spend time in the stream, then you eventually can join the SMP. That's true, but I suppose I was mentioning the Skyblock Kingdomers in particular because they are the group that we're currently involved in. I feel like that, and after I tried to start another world but couldn't think of anything to build because of projects like King SMP. Feel that. Same with Acorn's Treehouse. As long as you pass the vibe check, you're in. Yeah, it's some good places. It's nice to know some places where you can go play. And I know technically I do have a server as well. I'm just like, I think I'd rather promote servers that I know people are actively having fun on and playing on, rather than turning around and saying, hey guys, come play on my server, where I'm not really engaged at all at the moment. So, yeah. Plus, the handy thing about those other servers is that they have systems in place for getting people on. Whereas I don't have any of those systems in place at the moment. So, yeah. Okay, Janice, we did get a shop going, and yes, I still haven't done my bedroom. It'll get done. It'll get done. I'd rather play with people than playing alone. Honestly, I think a lot of people do. And that's probably like the only thing that one of the things that probably keeps me going on my single player world when I am playing on it is that I am sharing it on stream and stuff. So yeah, I am playing alone, but I'm not playing alone. If that makes sense, because I am sharing my content that I'm making. I built a glass bottle shop that looks like a glass bottle on black clads. Ooh, nice. Sounds cool. Okay, let's head over to... It's just Acorn Online. Let's head over to my single player, where we need to do our Temple to the Watchers stuff before we finish up stream. Skyblock, let's play. Hopefully I've got some levels. I've got 1 level. Okay. We're going to need to buy some levels. To the villages. Gonna head out. You go look after yourself, Emmy. And actually, if anyone else needs to take a break after stream, please do. Oh, that's fixing everything now, isn't it? Here we go. Fudgy, thank you so much for the bitties. I appreciate it.
We want our prizes.
I need some more levels. I've only got 3. Darth Rick. We're doing good. We're finishing up things shortly. But we did get a shop stocked today, ready to go. Let me see. Can I get some more emeralds from these guys? Maybe that'll get me the levels I need for today. Books. Oh, we got some there. Luna, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I forgot about that sound. Oh, isn't that awesome? Okay, I'm gonna see if this number of enchanted bottles does okay for me. Fun fact, guys, if you cheer 100 biddies, you'll get a couple of options for songs might pop up. There's a few songs that might pop up. There's a bit of a random thing going on there. My streak is still missing on here. I might reboot phone cause rebooting the app won't help. I'll give you. We're probably going to be a little bit of time before we finish up anyway. And with stream ending, I can get back to Axiom tutorials. You got this. You got this, Mix Mori. As my ideal number of people to play with is 2 to 8. It is quite tricky to get that like smaller number of people to play with. Okay, let's see. So I think it was Luther's who... No, it wasn't Luther's. Who got first today? First was Cameron Ray. I think this might be Cameron Ray's first. Okay, that was it. A lot of things just happening in one go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Page 6, dude. Give me a second. Okay, Cameron Ray. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's just do that now, so I don't have to look for it. Number 6. Oh, this is appropriate for today. Zombie zingers. Why do zombies sleep all the time? Well, why do zombies sleep all the time? Because they're dead tired. Oh. No. They're dead tired. So silly. There we go, Cameron. Congrats, you're in the thing. I know, isn't it awful? Absolutely awful. Okay, that was Cameron Ray. Name generator hydrate, name generator prime was Bannards. Let's update Bannards as details. I did hydrate. Yep, thank you for the hydrate, buddy. Everyone make sure you hydrate. I love that we're getting into all these things at the very, very end of stream. It's awesome. Okay, Bannards is upgraded to 43 now. Okay, Mythical Emmy rated with 7. Well, rated. Doesn't matter whether it's 7 or... Okay, is this the... I'm pretty sure... Is this only Mythical Emmy's second time rating? Oh! Maybe they haven't rated this so far this year. Okay, we'll take book and we'll add them in. Here we go. Mythically Emmy. Added to the book. Okay. Fushy has cheered 15 bitties. Hot water bottle or just need a water bottle? Okay, Footy is here adding 15. 6, 26. Lunar Lou. Now, is this your first time? Why do I have 2 Purely Lunas? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I only need 1 Purely Luna. Okay, need the levels. Okay, it is Lunar Lou 0707. And this is their first time. But I'm pretty sure once you get 100, it brings you to the gold level anyway. So, yep. I think that is it for today on the Twitch side. Let me just do it. Oh, wrong button. Just going to do a quick check and see, do we get anything else? Cyberbees hit a 15 stream streak. Didn't see that. I'm sorry, Cyber. Let's see. 15. That's 10. Okay, so we bring that up to 15. I think it stays gold until it's 25 or something. Oh, I forgot about the emerald, the thing. There we go. And 15. GG's. You've made it up to 15. Woo! That's awesome. Okay, Cyberbees did the thing. And I think that is the thing. Good night, Nala. Sleep well. Okay, and then we've got YouTube, which is Miss Mori is #1 today, I believe. So we're going to give Miss Mori the thing. Slipshod currently on a 10 stream streak. Doesn't update me, but we're getting there slowly but surely. I believe. Okay, right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for today. I will be back on Monday with another stream. And yeah, that'll be when we'll be back live again. I will be honest, there won't be a video on Monday because I still don't have time to make ones. So they will be back at some time when I get a chance to tidy things up and get things organized so they can get back into video making. So the aim is to get them back going in October again. So I'll try and get my work calmed down a little bit more organized, and then we'll be able to get back into videos in October. So no video on Monday, but hopefully very soon we'll be able to get back to them in October. Okay, who is live today? I wonder if there is an option for a redirect on YouTube today. Okay, there's no option for a live redirect right now. So YouTube, I am going to set up a redirect to Avid's Vampires episode tomorrow. That's still a long time away. Like that's what, like 17 hours away. But yeah, that I'm just gonna save a redirect for that. So if you're sticking around for that, it'll redirect you to there for his wonderful stream tomorrow, over on his YouTube channel. Duvid is ranching slimes. Ooh, is he? Okay. Well, let's have a look-see at the list of people. Because, like, Duvid often... it depends on how long Duvid has been streaming. Oh, he's only 25 minutes. Okay, right. Yeah, he'll probably be going for a bit longer. Just double check that there wasn't anyone else I wanted to go bother this evening. I don't know what the last time I got a chance to raid Duvid was. Usually he ends up raiding into me. Okay, we're going to raid Duvid on the Twitch side. So, yeah, okay. So, YouTube, I am going to wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a lovely next couple of days, and I will see you guys on Monday. Slán YouTube. Bye!